Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Here we've got a pair of running backs who are hoping their number will be called plenty in today's game. It's the Bills going up against the Redskins. With kickoff straight ahead, let's check in with the two men who will be calling tonight's game as we say hello to Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Redskins. Hi again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, as always, he's Charles Davis. And, Charles, we saw in the open, we've got a couple of great running backs in this game tonight, each capable of putting a team on his back.
And I'm excited to talk about the runners, not just the passers who have a big hand and who's going to win this game. Both of these guys are do-it-all, can run it, can catch it. I can't wait to get this one started.
The punter, Jordan Gay, ready to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now ready to lead this Washington team, Kirk Cousins. And he led them this season almost to the playoffs, just shy of it at 8-7-1. He threw for nearly 5,000 yards. Best season as a pro, but I'm guessing he would trade those numbers for a playoff spot.
There's absolutely no doubt about that. And I thought that throughout this season, Kirk Cousins played some really good football. The numbers speak for themselves. The hard part is the last game of the year against the Giants, if they win that one, they get into the playoffs. They don't. So it leaves a question mark for some people about Kirk Cousins and his future in Washington as the starter. To me, he should be the starter going forward. And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Now Cousins gives to Jones on the delay, and the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Third and long for Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. So the grab there by the defense, the holding penalty called.
Let's go! Green 39! Green 30!
After the penalty, it's Jones. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. They'll try to throw now. Cousins out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice gain of 21 yards. For Jordan Reed, Charles, still waiting for him to play a full complement of games. You know, through 4 seasons, he hasn't completed a full NFL schedule, but he's right up there in the argument for best tight end in the league.
He certainly is, and I don't think he can get a bigger compliment than I'm hearing from my friends in the scouting community who have all told me that those teams that are in the market for tight ends, when they're scouting now, they're all trying to find guys who have Jordan Reed characteristics. And I'm talking about route running, run after the catch, the ability to create and make bigger plays.
Now a first down carry by Jones. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Holding offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Working out of the gun, Cousins. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. All right, let's meet your starters. Matt Jones. What do you have to say, Charles?
Supposed to just be a 3rd down back when he came into the league. He ran so well, it forced everyone to change their opinion. Matt Jones is a 3-down back.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there. Here's the 11 starters on defense for Buffalo. And the new coaching staff really coming in. They can look at 2 numbers, kind of yin and yang. They're good against the pass, 6th in the league. 29th, though, against the run.
Well, if you look at this new coaching staff that has taken over in Buffalo and trace their past, it starts with them stopping the run. Because they are a very aggressive, blitz-happy type of a group, but it only begins with stopping the run first. So I expect that number to improve in 2017 for Buffalo.
Here's Jones, and he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Cousins into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aaron Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
And tough starting field position here. Here's the first carry for LaShawn McCoy. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. For McCoy this year, 5th time in his 8-year career that he's topped the 1,000-yard mark. Charles, first time he's done it with the Bills, though, finished with 1267.
And he's the type of player that you can build around. And what I mean by that is, as a runner, as a pass catcher, he does a little bit of everything, and he opens up the offense for everyone else around him, the complementary players. But he's a guy, heavy-duty ball carrier, and also get him in space, and he can break people down.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
No, so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Let's go! Brand 38! Brand
Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Now a first down carry here from McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So we played 1 quarter here on a Monday night. 0-0 our score. We'll head back to FedEx Field after this timeout. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. Now Taylor to throw. Pass incomplete. Sammy Watkins the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Taylor, he'll rifle this one deep right side. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And 4th down coming up.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground.
Here we go. 38.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Taylor looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one good for 21 yards. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Taylor going to hand this one off to McCoy. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Again, it's McCoy. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Let's go.
And they'll run it with McCoy. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a gain of 5. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
4th and 1. I don't think Wild Horses could have dragged that quarterback off the field. He was motioning to go for it from the start. And sure enough, it's the ground game that gets him the first down.
And this seemingly endless drive continues. Taylor with a give to McCoy. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Remain in a scoreless first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with Larry Ridley for highlights and analysis of our first half of play. Not too many highlights yet, at least in terms of scoring plays, that is.
Yeah, but hang in there. We might get something these last 2 minutes.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. This give is to McCoy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 11 on the gain there, and it'll be a Buffalo first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. And they'll keep on the ground with McCoy. Spinning past him. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Trent Murphy, the one to bring him down. On second down, it's McCoy. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now Taylor. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
I know ultimately that feels like a good defensive play, but I know it's really not. They had a chance to keep points off the board. Now they have a chance to kick a field goal by missing that shot.
Yeah, especially at this spot in the field. He's got to be upset he couldn't come up with that INT. So after slogging through a scoreless first quarter, we have action on the scoreboard. A field goal makes it 3-0.
Well, with these two offenses, we weren't going to stay 0-0 forever, were we? I'm not sure that this opens the floodgates, but I doubt that's the last scoring we're going to see.
Here's the punter Gay now to send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Redskins. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor at all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. They stop them for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Offside, defense. Still fourth down.
Check 31, check 31. Single. Now let's go. 3-19. 51. 3-19.
Cousins on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. To the air again, it's Cousins. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line. Cousins now. Caught on the right side, Reed. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed in the final seconds of the first half. And the Redskins have taken the lead.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Let's go. 38.
On first down, it's Taylor. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both teams have arguably played well enough to be leading at this point, but you see the score and realize this one may very well come down to the wire. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Redskins take it at the 11. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Williams, the one who makes the pick to give a boost to his defense. Redskins lined up at the 48. Reed's got nobody around him on the catch, and he caps off the 6-play drive with the score. The lead grows to 4. Fields with the ball late in the half. Baker's able to zero in on the QB here. This will go for a loss of 8. So that'll do it from here in Orlando. Let's get back up to our nation's capital as we rejoin Brandon Guy.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. One man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
Come on, let's go.
Now Taylor, a give to the fullback Felton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Holding. Offense.
So holding by the offense and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
After the penalty, it's McCoy. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Yeah, every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They got a man. It's Woods.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
A give to McCoy. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now they'll throw with Taylor. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On third down, here's McCoy. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
So it'll be first down here after the run. Watkins alone on the left side. Now Taylor escaping the pressure right. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
From the red zone now, here's Taylor on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Leonard Hankerson, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills have retaken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Dan Carpenter now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd down, just 1 yard to go. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. 2nd down, Cousins. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And it's 3rd and short. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that. Extra DB on the field for the Bills here on 3rd down.
Yeah, maybe thinking pass. Here's the option going right. And he is going to lose yardage here. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and get the running game going with McCoy. And he'll be taken down at the 18. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
This is McCoy. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
But I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. 3rd down now following the run. First carry for the former Florida State man. It's Carlos Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
And that run was what a lot of people call an explosive run. Gave them good yardage, solid yardage. They feel good about the whole thing, and they did it behind a 2 tight end set. It's always interesting to watch what offenses want to do with the 2 tight ends. Sometimes they line them up together for a power set. Sometimes they put one on each side of the line of scrimmage to balance things out. No matter what, though, when you see two tight ends on the field, your first thought is to think of run. In this case, the offense was able to run successfully.
Another carry tonight for McCoy. He's been the workhorse. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football.
And they'll keep it on the ground with McCoy. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And in this situation with a lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now a 20th carry here for McCoy. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Taylor going to give now to Williams. And he'll go. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Come on, let's go.
They'll go with McCoy. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. 1 man in the backfield. That's McCoy. And they'll give it to him here. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag. They'll go again to McCoy. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Let's go. Right at 38.
McCoy. And he's going to be met at about the 43. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on third and very long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Let's go. Right at 38.
On third down, here's Williams. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you?
I
You
certainly
loved
did.
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From Washington, thanks for watching, and good night, everybody.